Hello, product pilots. Buckle up for the Product Management Masterclass by Code Pilot, the ultimate guide to building products that users absolutely love. I'm your host, and today we're diving deep into the world of product management. Inspired by Marty Kagan's game-changing book, Inspired, we'll take you from the basics of what a product manager does to crafting a killer strategy that makes companies like Uber and Spotify shine. Whether you're a coder, a designer, or just curious, you'll leave this video ready to rock the product world. So, smash that subscribe button, grab a coffee, and let's get started. All right, let's kick things off with the big question. What is product management? At its core, it's the art and science of creating products that solve real user problems while driving business value. Think of a product manager, aka PM, as the CEO of a product. They're the ones steering the ship, making sure the product is something users need, engineers can build, and businesses can profit from. For example, imagine a PM at Uber designing the ride-sharing app. They're not just thinking about a cool app. They're balancing user experience, fast rides, technical feasibility, scalable servers, and business goals, more bookings. PMs are the glue that holds three worlds together: technology, business, and users. Pretty epic, right? So what does a PM actually do every day? Spoiler, a lot. PMs define the product's vision. Where's this thing headed in 5 years? They dig into user research to understand what people need. They prioritize features, deciding what makes it into the next release. They work with cross-functional teams, engineers, designers, marketers, to bring the product to life. And they measure success with data to keep improving. It's like being a strategist, a communicator, and an analyst rolled into one. Take a PM at Spotify. They might spend their morning interviewing users about playlist habits, their afternoon debating feature priorities with engineers, and their evening checking data to see if a new feature boosted engagement. PMs are the heartbeat of product creation. Now, let's clear up a common mix-up. Product managers aren't project managers or designers. A PM focuses on what to build and why, like deciding the iPhone needs a better camera because users want pro-level photos. A project manager handles how and when, making sure that camera feature ships on time by coordinating teams and budgets. A product designer crafts the user experience, designing how that camera interface looks and feels. Here's a real-world example. At Apple, a PM might decide to add Face ID to the iPhone because user research shows demand for secure unlocks. The designer makes Face ID seamless with a slick animation, and the project manager ensures the feature's ready for the September keynote. All three roles are crucial, but PMs are the ones setting the product's direction. Product management isn't just a job, it's a life cycle. Picture a loop that never stops. First, you've got discovery, where you figure out what users need. Then, strategy, where you plan the product's path. Development is building it. Launch is getting it to users. And analysis is measuring how it's doing. Then, you loop back to discovery to make it better. This cycle is why products like Google Maps keep evolving. New features like live traffic or offline mode come from repeating this loop. See how it flows? Every step builds on the last, keeping the product fresh and users happy. Let's zoom into product discovery. This is where the magic starts, finding the right problem to solve. You don't just guess what users want. You talk to them. User interviews, surveys, and observing behavior are your tools. You also create user personas to represent your audience and do competitive analysis to see what others are doing. For example, Spotify's PMs didn't just wake up and say, "Let's make collaborative playlists." They interviewed users who said, "I want to share my music taste with friends, but it's a hassle." That insight led to a feature that's now a core part of Spotify. Discovery is about listening, validating, and ensuring you're building something people actually need. Speaking of personas, let's look at one. Meet Sarah, a 28-year-old Spotify user. Her goal is to discover new music, but her pain point is that finding good playlists takes forever. She uses Spotify on her phone and desktop. This persona helps PMs focus. Every feature they build should make Sarah's life easier. Creating personas isn't just filling out a table. It's about empathizing with users. You're putting yourself in Sarah's shoes to design a product she'll love. See how specific it is? That's the power of a good persona. Time for your first mission, product pilots. Pick a product, say a fitness app, and create a user persona. Give them a name, age, and demographics. List their goals like stay motivated to exercise. Note their pain points like workouts feel boring. And mention tools they use like a smartphone or smartwatch. Got it? Awesome. Drop your persona in the YouTube comments to share with our product pilot community. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Let's get those creative juices flowing. Now let's talk product strategy. This is where you turn your discoveries into a plan that aligns with business goals. You need three things: a vision, the big dream for your product; objectives, measurable goals like OKRs, objectives and key results; and a roadmap, a timeline of what you'll build. Take Tesla. Their vision is sustainable transport for everyone. Their objective might be increase Model 3 sales by 20% in 2025. Their roadmap outlines features like better batteries or self-driving updates to hit that goal. Strategy is like a compass. It keeps your team focused on the North Star even when things get messy. A product roadmap is the heart of your strategy. It's a timeline showing when you'll deliver features. You start by prioritizing. Methods like Moscow, must have, should have, could have, won't have, help you decide what's critical. Then define milestones, like an MVP, minimum viable product, or version 1.0. Finally, collaborate with stakeholders, engineers, marketers, execs, to make sure everyone's on board. Tools like Trello or Jira keep your roadmap organized. For example, a PM at Slack might prioritize file sharing for their MVP because users need it most. Then add video calls in V2.0. Roadmaps turn visions into reality. Let's get hands-on again. For that fitness app, list 5 features like workout tracking, social sharing, or calorie counting. Use Moscow to prioritize what's a must-have for your MVP. Sketch a 6-month roadmap with milestones like MVP in 3 months, social features in 6 months. Pause 15 seconds. Done? Share your roadmap in the comments or set up a Trello board and drop the link. This exercise is your first step to thinking like a PM, prioritizing and planning like a pro. Date? Let's get to the fun part. Product development. This is where your vision starts taking shape. As a PM, you'll work closely with engineers to build the product. You'll use Agile or Scrum methodologies to stay flexible, Think short sprints, daily stand-ups, and constant feedback. You'll write user stories to define features and manage the backlog to keep priorities straight. For example, Google's PMs use Agile to roll out Gmail updates. They might work on a feature like Smart Replies in a 2-week sprint, test it with users, and tweak it based on feedback. Development isn't just coding. It's about collaboration, iteration, and making sure the product solves the right problem. See how dynamic it is? Zooming into user stories. These are the building blocks of development. The format is simple. As a user, I want feature, so that benefit. For example, as a Spotify user, I want to share playlists so that my friends can enjoy my music. A good user story is clear, testable, and delivers value. It's not just a sentence. It's a contract between you and the team. You'll write dozens of these, refine them with engineers, and test them with users. Spotify's playlist sharing feature started as a user story, then became a feature millions use. That's the power of getting the story right. Now, the moment you've been waiting for, product launch. This is when your product hits the world and users start loving it. Or not. You'll run beta tests to get early feedback, craft a go-to-market strategy for marketing and pricing, and use A/B testing to optimize. Take Dropbox. Their beta launch was genius. They invited a small group of users, offered extra storage for referrals, and tested features like file syncing. The referral program went viral because they listened to beta feedback and optimized their go-to-market plan. Launching is about strategy, not just flipping a switch. Time for another exercise. For your fitness app, design a launch plan. Define a beta test. Say, invite 100 users to try the app for 2 weeks. Suggest a marketing tactic, like a social media campaign with fitness influencers. And propose an A/B test, like testing 2 onboarding flows to see which keeps users longer. Got your plan? Share it in the comments. Tell us how you'd launch this app and what you'd test. This is where you start thinking like a PM who's ready to take on the market. Rock it. After launch, you need to know if your product's a hit. That's where analyzing performance comes in. You track key performance indicators, KPIs, like retention, how many users come back, engagement, daily active users, and churn, how many leave. For example, Netflix obsessively tracks retention to see which shows keep users subscribed. If a show like Stranger Things has high retention, they greenlight another season. Tools like Google Analytics or Mixpanel give you the data to make these calls. Analyzing isn't just numbers. It's about understanding what users love and fixing what they don't. Product management isn't just about strategy and data. Soft skills are what make you a PM superstar. Communication means aligning stakeholders, from engineers to execs. Leadership is inspiring your team to hit big goals. Problem solving is resolving conflicts, like when engineers need more time, but marketing wants a fast launch. Picture a PM at Amazon. The marketing team wants a new feature for Black Friday, but engineers say it'll take 2 months. The PM negotiates a compromise. Launch a simpler version now, polish it later. That's soft skills in action, and they're just as critical as any roadmap. Let's wrap up with a big final exercise. Create a mini product plan for your fitness app. Design one user persona. Who's your target user? Build a 6-month roadmap with 3 features like workout tracking or social sharing. Plan a launch with a beta test and an A/B test, and pick 2 KPIs to track like retention or engagement. This is your chance to tie everything together. Share your plan in the comments to join our product pilot community. I'm pumped to see what you create. You're basically a PM already. Let's recap this epic journey. We've gone end-to-end in product management, discovery to understand users, strategy to plan the product, development to build it, launch to get it out there, analysis to make it better, and soft skills to lead like a pro. The big takeaway? PMs don't just build products. They solve problems and create experiences that delight users. Whether it's Uber's seamless rides or Spotify's perfect playlists, PMs are the ones making it happen. Thanks for joining Product Pilots. You're now armed with the tools to start your PM journey. Your next steps? Apply these skills to a real project, maybe a side hustle or a work assignment. Join a PM community on LinkedIn or Reddit to keep learning. And check out Inspired by Marty Kagan for a deeper dive. Smash that like button, subscribe, and drop your favorite PM tip in the comments. Did you love user stories or roadmaps more? Stay awesome, and I'll see you in the next Code Pilot adventure.